Yesterday, during an interview with American journalists from CNN, Ukrainian Foreign Minister Dmitry Kuleba said that Ukraine has no plan B in case the West stops financial and military assistance to Kyiv. According to him, Ukraine has never considered creating a plan B, since the Kyiv authorities are absolutely sure that the West would never stop supporting Ukraine, no matter what. Moreover, he also added that all the unprecedented assistance provided by the West to Ukraine is not charity, but an investment. You have to understand one very important thing: the West gives money and weapons to Ukraine not for the sake of charity, but to protect NATO and the prosperity of the American people, Ukrainian Foreign Minister Dmitry Kuleba said. Meanwhile, the head of the press center of the grouping under the designation center, Leonid Sharov, said that Russian troops continue to successfully advance in the Krasniy-Liman and Kupyansk directions of the front. According to him, on the night of 4 to January 5, Russian offensive formations with the support of artillery inflicted defeat on an accumulation of manpower and equipment of the Ukrainian army in the areas of the Serebryansky forestry and the village of Dybrova. At the same time, war correspondents confirmed that what is happening on the battlefield indicates that the Russian army is preparing to capture the entire left bank of the Black Zarabets and Oskol rivers. Moreover, information was also confirmed that Russian troops managed to come close to the village of Torsky. Fierce fighting is reported in the area of the so-called Torske Ledge. At the same time, it is worth noting that General of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, Alexander Syrsky, was forced to officially admit that the Russian army continues intensive offensive operations in the Bakhmut and Kupyansk directions, and is also regrouping in the Krasniy-Liman direction of the front. Moreover, General Syrsky also stated that the Russians had significantly increased the use of combat aviation in the Krasniy-Liman direction. According to him, the Russians constantly strike at the positions of the armed forces of Ukraine with the help of guided aerial bombs of the Fab family. At the same time, it also became known about the advance of Russian troops west of the village of Karmazinovka. It is reported that the Russians managed to advance 2 kilometers here and capture about 5 enemy strongholds. Meanwhile, on the morning of January 5, the Russian aerospace forces launched another missile strike on Ukraine. This time, military facilities and airbases in Kirovograd, Dnipropetrovsk, Nikolaev, and Khmelnytsky regions were attacked. It is reported about a series of powerful explosions in Starokonstantinov, Khmelnytsky region. In particular, powerful explosions were recorded at the military airfield of this city, where Ukrainian Su-24 bombers with Storm Shadow cruise missiles were located. Moreover, the Russian military also confirmed the destruction of 3 NATO missile depots, which were located in the suburb of Starokonstantinov. According to preliminary data, it was in these warehouses that the Storm Shadow cruise missiles were stored. It is not reported which missiles the Russians used to destroy these NATO warehouses. However, military experts have speculated that these were large supersonic anti-ship missiles, Kh-22. Meanwhile, the EU authorities are still unable to come to their senses after the shocking confession of Slovak Prime Minister Robert Fico. Let me remind you that a few days ago, Robert Fico, during his interview with journalists, made a rather unpleasant for the West in Ukraine statement. In particular, he said that the West's strategy to bring Russia to its knees with the help of money and NATO weapons in Ukraine has completely failed. Moreover, he also stated that the conditions for the settlement of peace in Ukraine will be dictated only by Russia. Even if the United States miraculously managed to collect all the weapons in the world and send these weapons to Ukraine, Russia would still win this conflict, Slovak Prime Minister Robert Fico said.